Think of war as a ledger of losses. Except the costs kept piling up long after the ink dried. From the start, it looked like a quick strike. But the real costs were anything but quick. By the numbers, roughly 4,500 U.S. service members killed, over 32,000 wounded, and hundreds of thousands of Iraqi civilians dead. Economically, the U.S. spent between $1.7 and $2.4 trillion directly. When you add long-term care for veterans and interest, some analysts push that price into the multi-trillion range. Iraq paid in blood and broken towns and rubble. Entire cities were leveled by intense fighting. Hospitals and schools were destroyed or abandoned for years. Basic public services were disrupted for many years. Millions of people were forced to flee their homes. Millions fled as refugees to neighboring countries seeking safety. Millions more were internally displaced inside Iraq for years. Families lost their homes and all personal belongings. Millions lost jobs, livelihoods, and steady incomes overnight. Communities and social networks were torn apart by violence. Politically, the power vacuum helped extremist groups grow, most notably ISIS, which fueled more violence across the region. For America, the war shifted politics and public trust. It weakened faith in intelligence and institutions nationwide. A generation of veterans returned with PTSD and unmet needs. Debates over foreign policy still dominate headlines today. For Iraq, the social fabric frayed for generations. Sectarian divides widened, fueling mistrust between communities for years. Reconstruction funds vanished or were mismanaged in many cases. Hopes for a stable democracy struggled against corruption and violence. Bottom line, the cost wasn't just dollars or body counts, long-term instability that reverberates across the region and beyond. Lost futures, lives disrupted, and opportunities erased for generations. Lessons we're still paying for in policy and human cost. If we learned anything, count the price before spending a nation.